Now, this is the thing. Is it true that you turned down $1 billion?
It was $800 million, and it was like $30 million cash and the rest in stock that would have like vested, or it didn't make sense to me because it was Canadian stock, and I don't understand the stock market like that. And I've seen a lot of these guys going too big and not really having real plans to be in the game. For us, say I love weed, like Gilly loves weed, right? And when we went and sat down with that group, they didn't really love weed like that. They had a bunch of money and they had assets that were growing trash. The clothing really helped solidify the brand a lot. And I did. I'm gonna give you guys this $1 million worth of game. I'm gonna share shit with you I never share with nobody.
Okay.
That's why you're here.
I didn't just go put the logo on a shirt. You know what I mean? I started looking around like, how can I make this shit jump? And at the time, shout out to Nicky Diamond. Diamond Supply was like
Supply.
One of the biggest streetwear brands, out there, and he's from my city. And my boy Al Fresco brought me to the manufacturers of all his product. They made his belts, his beanies, his wallets, his hats, his backpacks, right? And he did a lot of stuff for my partners now. They did a lot of stuff for everybody, Tyler, the Creator, everyone. So I went to them and I said, okay, if you guys invest $100,000 behind my clothing line, I'll give you guys 20%, right? Best deal they ever did ever. I'm sure they love me a lot. Invest $100,000, but what I really want is access to the manufacturing. I want to overnight take this t-shirt and this hoodie and put hella shit out, right? Like I want to turn my shit into a full-on brand. So that was the first step. The second step was I went to my partner, Brian Wilson. I poached him old school D-boy way from Staple and Stance. You know Stance Socks?
Yeah, I remember, Stance Socks.
He was doing Stance Socks. He was one of the biggest guys at LRG, and I always heard stories about him taking LRG from like a $10 million company to like hundreds of millions in revenue. So I went to him. I tried to get him to fuck with me. He reached out about the brand, kind of inquiring, and when I got a hold of him, he was like, I can't leave Stance. I said, here's $75,000 in a brown bag, and I'll give you 15% to come be my sales rep. This sounds like a crazy deal. Like why would anyone pay someone to come be a sales rep? Why would I pay someone to do that? I knew that if I had everything looking smooth, a full line of clothing, right, and I got the main sales guy that's been tapped in for years to go sell it, and I do what I do with the rap and the weed, it's a deadly combo. And sure enough, that shit changed. We were at like $3 million a year in revenue when I brought him in, and bro, we turned that shit to like 12, 21, 32. Now we're at 55. So, I just took partners that had a lot of access to things and experience and knowledge. I wasn't just trying to say, I want to sell t-shirts and make it pop.
Well, what you was doing was understanding your strengths and your weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you was identifying them. So you was like, okay. And the smart thing you was doing, you was identifying them with motherfuckers that was proven.
Veterans.
You